Guys, I think I might have made a mistake. I've just started planning my Fringe and Friends Logalong project, and I may have been a teensy bit ambitious with my idea around this. People who I mentioned this to before told me I was crazy and that I should not do this, and yet somehow kind of ended up doing it. So if you're interested to see what it is, then stick around. So in case you've not been to my channel before, my name is Claire Mountain. I am a knitwear designer based in London, and here we are in my little flat where I do my work. So today I'm going to be talking about the Fringe and Friends Logalong. I wasn't initially sure if I was going to take part. It sounded kind of cool, but I wasn't sure if it was my vibe. But after reading everything that Karen put out, who is, you know, a goddess, I realised that trust Karen, she knows what she's doing, and just, you know, try it out. So this morning I sat down with my notebook and I mapped it out, chose some yarn from my stash and started knitting. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've been a little crazy with this. I kind of cleared out my stash a little while ago. Like I narrowed it down to projects that I knew I was going to complete and things like that. So I have a limited amount of uncalled for stash, like stuff that hasn't got, you know, projects already assigned to it. So I had a little bit of limitations in terms of yarn. I found this yarn that I thought this would be very beautiful for a log cabin kind of project, but it's Laceweight. I think I'm nuts. I actually think I am nuts, but it's really, really pretty, and I think it's gonna make an amazing project. Now let me show you my colour palette. So these are the colours that I'm definitely working with. So I've got, well, primarily the coral, the charcoal and the white, and I'm going to have pops of the yellow, and I am considering bringing in this kind of khaki tone. I need to kind of play around with that, see how it swatches up, but this may come into play as well. Yeah, as you can see, Laceweight. Super fine. You know, if you've seen a log cabin blanket, often they are knitted in, you know, like a chunky yarn, something that's quick to knit. Clearly, I'm not going to be making a blanket. A Laceweight blanket, it would be beautiful, but that would probably take me the rest of my life, and I just don't want to do that. So I'm not entirely sure what the project will be, but I'm gonna go with it. I've got some 2mm needles. I've started knitting and it looks amazing. I put some on my stories on Instagram this morning and everyone's like, yeah. So I feel excited, but yes, I am crazy. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna regret this, but let's just go with it. So, if you're interested, I have brought my notebook with me so I can show you my plans. Yeah. So as you can see, I have got the center circle, the center square of the larger square is going to be in the white, with an edging of the coral and the charcoal, and then the kind of edging around that is going to be in the kind of yellowy goldy colour. Then the edging around that is going to be coral and charcoal again, and then finally an edging of the white. I say white, it's kind of off-white, it's almost greyish in tone. It's really, really beautiful. And as I say, this green may replace the yellow, like every other square or something, but I'm not 100% sold on that. I really need to just swatch that out and see how it's going to look. So yeah, I've mapped out using the log cabin generator that was created by, I think it's Kelsey Leftwich, who's like a programmer, and she kindly put together this software which helps to kind of plan out your squares. Thank you, Kelsey. Like, that is an amazing thing to do, and it really did make planning for this bad boy a lot easier. just because it's just nice actually to see the colours together in the software. You can put in your own hex codes, so you can be really specific about the colours you're using. So she's made it really, really easy to map it out. And then she also gives you instructions on in what order to do it. You know, you can decide on how big you want the squares to be, that sort of thing. So it's very, very customizable. So I just written out the instructions on how I want to sort of knit this thing. So I started knitting it this morning, as I said. It's gonna take me so long. Like, this is probably, it's over an hour's work here alone. And sorry, I'm a bit tangled, but is that just not incredibly beautiful? I like working with fine yarn. Like, I really love the finish of something that's lightweight and just, yeah, delicate stitches. You know, I'm not one for laces or delicacy in that way, but I just think having a fine yarn looks really beautiful. This is obviously going to have to be a very small project, but I mean, I wonder if I could do, I don't know, I'm not really a cowl person. I don't really want to turn it into a hat. I really, you know what I would love? I would love this to be some sort of like scarf, shawl thing. I'm probably going to go over deadline. I don't even know if I have enough yarn. Hopefully I have enough yarn. But yeah, maybe a shawl. I mean, that is going to take me so long. But seriously, just think, this is going to be gorgeous. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, it's really exciting. I don't know if you've done log cabin before. It's incredibly easy, and it's so nice actually to be able to do something that feels very intuitive. You know, you cast on this this square, this larger square here. It doesn't have to be a square, it could be a strip, it could be whatever. But I did roughly a square, and then all you do is you turn it clockwise. So in my case, this way, and then I picked up all of the stitches along there. Now I pick up a stitch per ridge when I'm working on the side of the garter, because it's all in garter. I love garter, it's really fun. So we picked up one stitch per ridge in the garter here. So say I've worked, I think I did 48 rows here, so there's 24 garter ridges. So I picked up 24 stitches along here. I worked in garter stitch, so I created 9 ridges, and then I cast off. Now here, when you're working on this one, you can just cast off across the whole row. If you're working on this one, you want to cast off across the row, but then leave this stitch, you know, the final stitch, like kind of not finished off. You don't want to pull the yarn through. And then I think you kind of, as you pick up here, you pull that stitch over the new one. It's intuitive once it's on your needles. But yeah, it's so fun. You just pick up along there. So I've really enjoyed working it so far. I think the colours are going to look awesome. And I really can't wait to show you. I'm not entirely sure how big the square will be. I'm thinking a good chunk. And then maybe if I could do, yeah, I don't know, I think a shawl. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you. Now what I'd love to know is, are you participating? If so, what are your plans? If you're not participating, feel free to kind of drop in, tell me I'm crazy, do all the stuff in the comments. And then in the blog post I'm gonna do along with this video, I'll take some closer photos of my notebook so you can see my plans a little better. You know, I'll take a close-up photo of the swatch so you can see how that's going. And also I might try and find some great examples of people in the community who are also working on the same knit along, the Logalong, and just to give you a bit of inspiration if you did want to drop in. You know, I think it doesn't really have a set deadline, but in terms of prizes, I think the final prize will go out by the end of February, so there's so much time. So yeah, if you want to join in, please do. I would love it if you would join me. And yeah, share your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm doing this on my own. It's nice to kind of see how you're responding to the videos, so please do that. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. I make tons of knitting videos, lots of tutorials, so if you're into that kind of thing, then you'll enjoy my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.